Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be episode number 2 of my beauty R&R, which is ranking and reviewing 5 beauty products that have recently come into my collection. I shared a video like this about a month ago and you all seemed to really enjoy it. You gave me positive feedback, so here is installment number 2. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, I'm Yori. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I hope you're going to enjoy it and consider subscribing so that you can join me for a future video. Also, a big thank you to the first 5 commenters on my last video. I really appreciate your continued support on my channel and I enjoy chatting makeup with you in the comment section. Those with YouTube channels will have the YouTube logo and will be linked in the description box in case you're looking for some fun new channels to watch. Now, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into these mini reviews of 5 beauty products I have recently been trying out. I wanted to do something a little bit differently this time, so I made sure that I was wearing every single product that I'm going to talk about today in one form or another, because I'm including a hair product which I did use today. So the first item I want to talk about is from Marc Jacobs, and this is the Marc Jacobs Iconic Multi-Finish Eye Palette, and this one is the one that was released for holiday, and I think they call it Cheerific. Yes, it's number 880 and it's called Cheerific actually, and they are cherry-inspired hues and day-to-night neutral. So this retails for $49.50, which is the typical price tag for the 7-pan eyeshadow palettes by Marc Jacobs. It was part of the holiday collection, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's so cute. I think it's so cute. And these are the kind of palettes that the back of the palette, the shade name spells something out. So this is Decadent, Juicy, Delicious. Ask for extra cherries on top. So the packaging is the special edition holiday packaging, and I'll admit that this is why I bought the palette in the first place. I wanted something from this collection because I found the packaging to be so cute. I know a lot of people think it's a little bit tacky, but I think it's adorable, and it does remind me of holiday because, you know, on wreaths they have the little berries. I guess that's holly. Is that what it is? The little red berries? In any case, it kind of does remind me of holiday in that sense. But here's what the eyeshadow palette looks like when you open it up. It does have that push button and it has a plastic insert. These are usually black, but this time around it has the Marc Jacobs logo and some cherries there. And here's what your shades look like. This is what I used to create my eye look today. I did, in addition to the palette, I used a ColourPop eyeliner, in case you're interested, the liquid liner in the shade Try Me, which is like a burgundy red color. I used that only on the inside part of my eye. The wing that you're seeing I created with a combination of the 2 matte shades that are here. I have this one in the transition and this one towards the brow bone in my eye look. I am also wearing this shimmery topper kind of shade in the center part of my eye. That's the shimmer that you're seeing. I didn't incorporate these 2 shades in my look today, but I've used them before and they're pretty nice metallics, but there's nothing really spectacular about those. I do find that the mattes perform really nicely and it's a really well curated palette in my opinion. I like the color selection. It's really pretty. You can definitely get a more neutral look and you can do something a little bit more creative and bold like I'm doing today, but still wearable. I really actually enjoy this shade, which swatches really sheerly. However, it gives you a really nice special touch to your eye look. I think I wore this on an Instagram story where I was talking about Rare Beauty and I was just wearing this shade on my lid just for a little added something, and it gave it a really nice touch. I do apply it with my finger because it doesn't apply well with a brush. All the other shades perform really nicely with a brush. These are my thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. I really just wanted something in this packaging, and the highlighter, though beautiful, it was a repeat shade from a collection that he released before in the shade Guilty, and so if I wanted the packaging, it was going to be in the palette. Next, I want to talk about a highlighter, and this is the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. It is the highlighter that I'm wearing on my face today. I have a pretty matte look all around. I'm wearing a matte foundation, which I'll be talking about shortly. I'm wearing a matte bronzer, matte blush. So the only sheen that you're seeing on my face is from this highlighter. So this was also part of her holiday collection. And even though I have swatched it in other videos, like when I was talking about the Natasha Denona collection, by the way, I'm wearing one of the Natasha Denona lipsticks today. I'm wearing the shade Maria, and I'll link that video up in the cards if you want to check it out. But let's talk about this highlighter. Like I said, I've shared swatches of the highlighter when I compared it to the Natasha Denona one and also the Pat McGrath one that she just recently released. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury one and I haven't featured it on my channel just yet. So the packaging is kind of like this brushed metal chrome finish. On the back side, you do have kind of like an opening so that you can pop out the pan and refill the compact. So if you're really fond of this particular compact, it does fit the newly released bronzers that she has in her collection, and this is what the highlighter looks like. I really like this highlighter. It's a really pretty champagne. Me personally, I found that the Pat McGrath one leaned a little bit pink, and this one is definitely a lot more champagne. The color looks a little bit darker in the pan than how it actually applies to the skin. I think that when you actually buff it into the skin, it's a lot more sheer than you would think, but you can definitely build it up to get a really bright highlight, and I think it looks just lovely. I do think that it's a shade that will work with all different kinds of makeup looks because it's more neutral. It's more on the champagne realm, whereas I think that if you wear a pink highlighter, you kind of have to be wearing a cooler tone look or neutral look for it to look good. If you're wearing something warm, then it kind of starts to clash, but something like this will work with absolutely anything, and I think it's a really nice go-to highlighter. The packaging is so gorgeous. You're getting 11.5 grams of product, which is a ton. I purchased this when Sephora had it released. I actually purchased it with the eyeshadow palette, so I've had it quite a while. It retails for $55, and that's what the outer packaging looks like. Really, really lovely. I'm really impressed with the highlighter. Very happy with it. I think that I'm very happy with this one and the Natasha Denona one. If you watched my Pat McGrath review, you know that one wasn't my absolute favorite, but this one, it's just lovely. And the embossing in the packaging, so pretty. Next, let's talk about my foundation. So the foundation that I want to talk about, I have just a sample size, but I have used it several times, and it's quite a generous size sample, to be honest. So this one is by Nars, and it is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. This one has been getting really mixed reviews on YouTube right now, and I wanted to try it because even though my preferred foundation finish is sheer, dewy, luminous, very natural finish, I was curious about this one because I watch other people's videos, and when they do a matte base, it looks so beautiful to me, and I always admire it. I always want to try it. I am a dry skin type. I'm more mature, and so matte foundations that are fuller coverage, they just don't flatter me. They don't go well with my skin type, and I usually have to work really hard to get them to work. They end up looking cakey. They crease in my smile lines and things like that. It's just really problematic. So when I saw this one pop up on the Sephora app with, you know, one of the little bonus codes that you put in with a purchase, I decided to get it. Now, obviously, that's not going to allow you to get your perfect shade. So this one is in the shade Barcelona, which is medium 4. But I did use the shade matcher on the Sephora app. And according to the Sephora app, the best match for me would have been Fiji, which is L5. But I don't believe that because that's like, it says light to medium skin with neutral undertones. I mean, that about describes me, I would say. But I've been matched to Nars foundations, and I was matched to Punjab before, so I'm not exactly sure, but when something is fuller coverage, it's really important to get a good foundation match. And honestly, this one, the Barcelona, I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, I didn't carry it too far down my neck, and you can see that it matches my skin tone really well. So about the foundation, I've tried it a couple of times. And I have to say, I do apply a light layer. I do not over apply my foundation. This is why this sample is going to last me a very, very long time. I'm not necessarily sure that I will seek out to purchase the foundation because it is so outside of the norm for me personally. And I find that to wear a foundation like this, I have to really take my time in my skin prep. So I'm wearing really hydrating moisturizers. I also have a facial oil on my skin, but that is typically part of my skincare routine. I also had to apply one of the greasiest primers that I have, which is this one. This is from Touch and Soul, and it is the Glassy Skin Balm. So all that skin prep to wear this Nars foundation, but I'm surprised to report that the finish is pretty nice. I mean, I know that my makeup is going to look heavier to you than it normally does, but I don't think that it looks unnatural. It doesn't feel heavier, even though while I was applying it and I was seeing the amount of coverage that I was getting, it made me a little bit uncomfortable, you know, the first time that I applied it. I definitely applied way too much because I don't typically work with foundations that are fuller coverage. This one does retail for $40, and I was just so happy to see a sample pop up. You know, whenever there's a new product, like a new foundation, a new lip product, a new primer, 9 times out of 10, like a couple weeks later, they have a little sample size like this pop up as a code that you can enter as a gift with purchase. Just sit tight and try a sample, especially now that swatching is taboo. So I'm really glad I waited because, like I said, this is going to last me quite a few applications. I've used it 3 times. I've kind of finessed how I like to apply it. I do like a brush application over a really, really well hydrated base, and this is the look that I came up with. I mean, for someone who doesn't typically wear matte, fuller coverage foundations, I think I'm doing pretty well. This one pleasantly surprised me. I've seen other people with dry skin types say that they don't like it, but honestly, if you do take the time to prep, I think you could actually make it work. Next, I want to talk about a hair product. It has my daughter's name on it because she actually received this one as gratis. She works at Ulta Beauty, and I think that they were doing training with Living Proof at Ulta Beauty that day. I'm just checking my notes so I can check the price of this one. It retails for $38, and this is the Living Proof Restore Repair Mask, which deeply nourishes and reverses damage. It is silicone free. So I've mentioned on my channel how I like to use a clarifying shampoo from time to time because my hair is very fine, but it does get oily and it does get product buildup because I use dry shampoo and anti-frizz products and things like that. So from time to time, I do have to use a clarifying shampoo, and when I do that, I always like to apply a hydrating mask. Now, typically I use one from Verb, or I'll use the ones from Briogeo. So when she got this one, she offered it to me because she knows she's familiar with my routine, and I've used it several times now, including today. The first few times I tried it, I found that my hair had buildup afterwards. It seemed like my hair was oily right after I had just washed it, and I didn't really enjoy that. And so I was thinking, okay, I didn't rinse it out well enough. I let it sit in my hair too long. So I tried it a couple more times where I rinsed my hair super well with one of those silicone scalp scrubbers, and I didn't let it sit in my hair as long, and it was the same thing. Today, I applied it after my clarifying shampoo, and when I went to flat iron my hair, it was giving me that steam, you know, where you have buildup in your hair and it's like causing that steam to rise up above the flat iron, and I was so mad. There's nothing like having your hair freshly washed. I had my makeup completely done and I was getting ready to film this video, and so I was gonna fix my hair and flat iron it, which I typically do, and then it was just a grease ball, and then I had to apply dry shampoo when my hair's freshly washed, and then it was getting buildup and it was feeling horrible, and in the end I ended up with a ponytail. And you guys hardly ever see me with a ponytail. This is kind of my default. I just can't get my hair to behave, and I was furious. And at first I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's not me, it's you. This is horrible. It is not going to be good for someone with fine hair. If you have fine hair, this is entirely too heavy for you. I would not recommend it. And I'm surprised because it has 4 stars on the Sephora website. Maybe someone who has very thick, brittle, dry hair would appreciate something like this. But if you have fine hair that is thin as well, please stay far away from this. It's horrible. Last but not least, I have an eyeshadow primer to talk about. I have used this on my channel a couple of times, so you may have seen it before. I'll also be using it in another video where I use the Nikki Tutorials palette, so you're going to be seeing it on my channel. I purchased this on the Boxycharm pop-up shop. I paid, I believe it was $4 or $6 for it, but typically on the Sephora website, this retails for $22. So this was one of the original products that Fenty Beauty came out with, I suppose. This is called the Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer, and it is in the shade Invisi Pink. You do get 8 milliliters. I am a diehard believer in eyeshadow primers because my eyes are really hooded and they're also really oily, so my eyeshadows always crease or my eyes water. I need a good eyeshadow base to get my eyeshadows to stay. So the first thing I notice is this applicator. It's like a doe foot applicator, but it's really firm. It doesn't pick up a lot of product, which in hindsight, it's okay because you only need a tiny amount. But what I found with this eyeshadow primer is that my eyeshadows stick and then it makes it really hard to blend. And I have found that with new eyeshadow palettes that I'm trying out, but also I wore it with eyeshadow palettes that I'm familiar with that I know blend well over like my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and the shadows just don't blend as easily. They do eventually blend, but it takes a lot more work and a lot more time. And so for that reason, this isn't one of my favorites, and I do prefer the one from Urban Decay or even the one from Milani over this one. It's just not Fenty's best product, and it also doesn't really blank out your eyelid either, like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It really blanks out the eyelid, which is an effect that I like, especially if I'm not going to be wearing a lot of eyeshadow. I like kind of a blanked out look so that you can't see the veins and discoloration that I have on my eyelids, and this doesn't do that either. I do have to give it credit, the eyeshadows do last, they don't crease, they do stick, and they look very pigmented on, but the extra work that I have to put in with blending makes me not enjoy this product as much. So before I get into the ranking, I did mention Boxycharm and the Boxycharm pop-up. You know that I share my Boxycharm unboxings here on my channel, and I promised you a giveaway. I haven't unboxed the Try Beauty box. This month has been so busy at work and just in general that I just haven't gotten around to unboxing my Try Beauty box. I'll do that in a haul video coming up, but I promised you a giveaway and here it is. So I am going to give away some of the products that I got in my Boxycharm. One of those products is a skincare product. It is the Grown Alchemist Matte Balancing Moisturizer with acai berry and borrego. Later on, I started looking at this a little more closely. What turned me off to it in the beginning was that it said matte, but actually it has really beautiful hydrating ingredients, and I said I was going to share it with you, and I'm staying true to my word. So that'll be the first item in the giveaway. Also included is the Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. I think I got this in my premium box, and I shared that I already own this product, and so I am happy to pass this one along to one of you. I also got this this was a face palette, and this is how it came. So I'm just going to open it up so that you can see that it's a face palette with blushes and bronzers. It is from Pretty Vulgar, and it is called the Nesting Face, which we had a whole discussion about that in my video. But I have a lot of face palettes right now, so I'm really happy to pass this along to someone else. And these were the items from my boxes that I wanted to give away, but since that's just so few and I didn't get to my Try Beauty box, I wanted to add a couple more items. So I have this one from Flush Beauty. It is the Pinky Highlighter Stick. I do enjoy the highlighters from Flush Beauty. Unfortunately, it's not available on Ulta anymore, which is a shame because they have beautiful lip products, beautiful highlighters as well. But this is going to be one of their little stick highlighters in the shade number 110 Pinky, so I'm going to throw that in. And then another item that I picked up from the Boxycharm pop-up shop is a new product from Sol de Janeiro. This is the Brazilian Kiss Tinted Cupuaçu Lip Butter, and this one is in the shade Keep It Real, I believe. It's the most neutral of the shades that they had available, and with winter coming, I figure everybody would appreciate a nice tinted lip balm. So these are the 5 items that are going to be included in my giveaway. If you're interested in entering the giveaway, then please use the hashtag LabLove in a comment that you leave me down below, and I will know that you want to be entered for the giveaway. The other giveaway rules are going to be listed in the description box, so check that out, but definitely enter. You never know if you might be the winner this time around. I typically share my drawing on my Instagram story, so definitely follow me over there if you want to check that out. Now, that's for the giveaway. Again, all the rules will be in the description box down below. I hope you'll enter. I hope you like the items that are included. I'm going to be doing a monthly giveaway every single month, and this is the one for October. Now let's get on to my rankings. So if you didn't already know, at the bottom of the barrel, number 5 is going to be this mask. I just do not recommend it. Honestly, if you have thick hair, I don't know how you'd ever wash this out. So I just don't recommend this. This is horrible, absolutely horrible. I like Living Proof as a brand. It smells amazing, but no. Next, at number 4 is going to be the primer from Fenty Beauty. I am so glad that I picked this up at a reduced price tag. If I had paid $22 for this, I would have been really disappointed. So I'm glad I got to try it out at a discount. I will use it. It does work, but I know now that I have to use it on days that I have time to, you know how they say blending is my cardio? I need to make sure I have time to accommodate for that because this makes your eyeshadows stick. Now it gets a little bit harder because the other 3 items I really enjoyed. I think at number 3, you have to let me know what your rankings are down below if you've tried these products. But oh, I forgot something for the giveaway. I'm sorry, I'm so all over the place. I have this palette. This is an older product. I found it on sale. I found 2 of them, and I remember that this was a super highly coveted item maybe 2 holidays ago, so it was something I found on clearance. I found 2 of them. I got one for myself, and I put one in my giveaway stash, and since this giveaway was kind of small, I wanted to add it. It is a set of the Clinique Cheek Pops, and it has 3 blushes, and the shades are Pink Honey, Black Honey, and Nude Pop. So that's included in the giveaway as well. So there's 6 items. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's still good. I have never opened it, and so hopefully it's still going to be good. Sorry about that. So yes, so definitely number 5, the hair mask. Number 4, the eyeshadow primer. But then for number 3 is where I'm a little bit stuck. And I think I'm going to put the eyeshadow palette at number 3. And it's simply because I don't think that the shades are incredibly unique. You can definitely find shades like this in other eyeshadow palettes. I think it's really beautifully curated and the quality is really good as well. And the packaging is really cute. But I don't think that it's anything super unique. And because of the price tag as well, I think ranking at number 3 is pretty fair. And I do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I think it's a great little palette. And if you were thinking about it, then why not? Especially with the Sephora sale going on right now. But I do want to rank the foundation at number 2 just because I'm stunned. I'm shocked that there's a matte foundation that is fuller coverage that works on me, that doesn't feel like a mask. It doesn't look like a mask. It works on my dry skin. So because it's something so different in my personal collection, I personally will rank it higher. But to be honest, you know, between the eyeshadow palette and the foundation, they were kind of, you know, pretty even. It's just this is really unique for me and I'm really excited that it actually works. And at number 1, the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. It's so lovely. There's just something so pleasant about using highlighters, and this one is so beautiful. The mirror is beautiful. The imprint in the powder is beautiful. The powder applies beautifully, even over a matte foundation, which I did powder, by the way. This is going to be ranked number 1. I know it's pricey, but it is lovely and it's going to last a good long time. I think it's a pretty well selected shade that will work for a wide variety of skin tones as well. And it's a neutral shade as well. So you can wear it fairly frequently and you're not going to be limited by whatever makeup look you happen to be wearing that day. So that's everything for the ranking video. I hope you did enjoy this video. And if so, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up and leaving me a comment down below. I really appreciate chatting makeup with you. And I would love to hear how you are ranking these products or how you feel about them if you've used any of them. I hope you enjoy the monthly giveaways as well, and don't forget to use the hashtag LabLove if you wish to be entered. That's everything for me today. Happy Halloween. I think that's when I'm going to be posting this video if all goes well. And other than that, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you're doing really, really well, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon on my next one. Bye-bye.